Romance. We're teaching our sons about romance. We're explaining about romantic songs and books and poetry, about romantic poets with romantic diseases, about how romance has very little to do with the real tough day-to-day business of love. For the most part, we tell our sons, romance makes people do stupid and desperate things. It makes them lie and cheat and steal and invade other countries and blow things up. For the most part, we say, romance is not to be trusted. Our sons nod. They like the bit about stuff getting blown up. They got no interest, not yet, in romance. But still, we say, we're trying desperately to keep the romance alive between ourselves and the mothers of our sons. In between all the arguments about money and the future and our differing parenting styles and worldviews. When we can afford it, we take the mothers of our sons away for romantic weekend city breaks to try to recapture the magic, and we spend the whole time talking about our sons. We talk about our sons in boutique hotels and restaurants and on the steps of famous tourist attractions. We talk about them while taking in the beautiful views and standing in front of priceless works of art. We reconstruct our entire relationship again and again in relation to our sons. On the steps of the famous tourist attractions, we try to remember what it was that first attracted us to each other. In front of the priceless works of art, we worry about how much of our relationship is based on what we've already been through, rather than on a mutual vision of the rest of our lives. In the boutique hotels and restaurants, we realize we feel like the survivors of a disaster that we can't move on from, and which nobody who wasn't there could possibly understand. Which is not to say we're comparing the experience of parenthood to being in a disaster. Not all of it, certainly. We rope our sons into helping us stage a series of grand romantic gestures to try to win back the distant, tired hearts of their mothers. But you said, never mind what we said. We put together surprise balloon trips, surprise parties and musical performances, organised surprise art installations and events. We book skywriters and ice sculptures and troops of acrobats. Our sons dress as waiters and ushers and hand out cocktails and canapes, while their mothers watch the fabulous sunsets that we've arranged and enjoy the feeling of the volcanic sand between their toes. Their mothers, who we've seen suffer and glow and hope and lose and grieve over and over again in order just to get this far. Their mothers who will never know how much it cost us to import that volcanic sand. And we try to work out how much longer and how well we can rely on all the things we've been through together to stop us falling apart.